wings of fire that will ascend the brightest heavens of invention. A kingdom for a stage, princes to act, and monarchs to behold the swelling scene. Then should the warlike Harry, like himself, assume the port of Mars, and at his heels, leashed in like hounds, should famine, sword, and fire crouch for employment. But, pardon, gentles all, the flat and raised spirits that hath dared on this unworthy scaffold shall bring forth so great an object. Can this cockpit hold the vasty fields of France, or may we cram within this wooden O the recasted in a Friday air at Agincourt? Oh, pardon, since a cluttered figure may attest in little place a million, your imaginary forces work suppose within the girdles of these walls, and now confine two mighty monarchies, who high up rear their butting fronts, the narrow perilous oceans part asunder, piece out our imperfections with your thoughts, into 1,000 pieces, piece out one man, and make imaginary puissance. Think when we talk of horses that you see them, printing their proud hooves for aye the deceiving earth. It is your thoughts, and now must deck our kings, carry them here or there, jumping over time, turning the accomplishment of many years into an hourglass, for which the player knit me chorus to this history, who, prologue like play, gently to hear, kindly to judge our play.
Oh, very good was that.
So the answer to that is that I'm doing Shakespeare at Lancaster University. I got the part of the messenger, and also like the chorusy thing. So yes, I just thought I'd just tell everybody that's inside that way. So that was my audition piece. My audition went okay. I mean, I did slightly get a few things wrong, but I only had a week to learn it. And obviously it's like 35 lines long. But I did I think they just sort of, I don't know, even though I was getting it wrong, I did still do my, because usually if I had space, it'd be a lot more different. So, because I holded it, I think that way that they seemed to like me, so yeah, I got part. But, welcome to my news show. This is MRW News. I don't usually do that introduction, but there you go. And we've got plenty of news stories for you today. A lot of stories that I happen to have just got involved in myself, I mean, has actually been there. Because there's been quite a lot going on this week. You might have noticed that I've had quite a good video called the one where trainers derailed. And it was quite a good video because it's got over 40,000 views, hasn't it? It's been very, very good. And I'm really happy with it. And we've got a lot of new subscribers due to it. So a few of you might be new and might be thinking, what in the world is she doing Shakespeare on live when it says MRW News? Well, that's your answer. You don't usually happen, but I got a part, so that was very good. I don't actually go to Lancaster University, but my auditions and it worked out. I don't even go to university, but we have.
I don't even go to school.
I know, really. Like,
I'm educated.
Yeah. So we've got plenty of news for you today. Now I'm going to start with one thing that I did yesterday, because usually my news show is on a Saturday at 6:30, but today's on a Sunday due to the fact that I have to potter out to a car rally. Now this is Cumbria Easter Rally. I'll just show you a few pictures of everything that was there. So not everything, I mean I like to fit them in. But I'll show you a few things that were there, and I have posted a video which has also done really well. So I'll show you. Here's a lovely wagon truck. There was loads of different vehicles, things there. There was just like there was buses. There was buses. I don't usually do anything with buses, and I was quite impressed by them because they were very, very nice. All the buses, and there was loads to see. I think that's it. Yeah. There was loads to see, and also we actually got to go on the buses. It was really, really relaxed place. So what happened was they started at Fat Lamb, which is no, not Fat. Is it? Yeah, it's Fat Lamb.
Fat Lamb.
Yeah.
Fell End.
Fell End. So that's the beginning of it. That's a pub. It doesn't. So that was sort of that was that. And then there was the station, and then there was Kirby Stevens, and then there was Brough. So Kirby Stevens and Brough were both towns. And what happened was that the buses went backwards and forwards between them all, right? And there were so many buses that you lost count. I mean, there was probably buses that we didn't even get to see because there were just so many buses, like, constantly. It was amazing. One of them even come from the Isle of Man, Scotland. I mean,
there were a few from Glasgow. The man was talking to me. He said about, I think 3 at least came from Glasgow. I mean, he said about the fact of that even though they come all this way down here, there's supposed to be a show later on inside the year, so everybody goes up there. So I think it's like sort of like
you know, but they both go up. But it also, this event was actually completely free due to the fact that you didn't have to pay to go and you didn't have to pay to be there, to bring your vehicle. You can actually like get ticketed, and what it is it's donations. So there's like a, because there was loads of stalls as well, so I would presume the stalls would have to pay, you know, like the town or something. But you was a stall and it had donation buckets, you donated, and when you went on a bus, there'll be a man who, you know, gets people on a bus and you'll donate, and literally the buses, every single one was jam-packed, especially from Kirby Stevens. You just, because we went on one from Kirby Stevens to Brough and then back again, and every single time it was just packed, like not a bus didn't have, you know, nobody on it, it was just packed with the buses. And it was really good because we went on a double decker, I think it was red, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was even green ones and stuff. And then we went back on a double decker. But no separate double deckers. We got on the front of the double decker on the top bit actually, in the first one. Last one actually. And there was loads of wagons, there was cars, tractors, there was actually a lot of tractors. And it was a really, really good day out. Now this event runs from 30th and the 21st of March, so actually it's going on a day. So I'm actually missing out sadly. But I went yesterday. But it was a really good day, and it was about 250 is it
exhibitions?
I'm going to be honest with you, I cannot say that word to save my life.
250 basically vehicles, cars, buses, bikes, all sorts.
When I read it there, I thought I'm not going to read that. 7 locations, so I think there's like a few, like the auction mart and stuff, so that counts. 7 locations, and yeah, it was a really, really good day out, and also the fact that you don't have to, you know, pay your tickets, do you? It was really.
There was nothing online. It was just, you know, you just rang him up. I rang the man up. He just told me all about it. He didn't signpost me to a website or anything. He told me all about it. Then you just went and you paid there, so you didn't have to do all these tickets online and e-tickets and that. And it was just great.
It was just really
and everywhere.
relaxed.
Well, there was one cafe and it said we prefer cash, and it was just so easy and the bus drivers and everything, they were just like obviously volunteers, and it was just they were just running it like a bus service should be basically.
Well, also it was also really good to bring to the area, like example, Brough. We used to do a bit of rallying there because there's like a rally place where you film, you know, I don't even know what it's called, but basically
Grand Prix services.
Yeah, so it was like a service thing. So we've been there, and it is a bit of one of those towns where you do sort of do a drive through it due to the fact that it's small.
And it's got a right good straight road through it, so it's just a straight road right through it, isn't it?
So you do tend to drive through it. I mean, Kirby Stevens do have a bit the same, but the thing is, you have so many shops going past, you do feel like, oh, maybe I should stop. So it's a bit more different with Kirby Stevens, but it brings a lot to the area, you see. And there was a lot of stores as well, a lot of independent stores, like people that just like, you know, like just literally thought, oh, I'm going to sell the stuff from my house and sort of that stuff, and also bake sales, loads of bake sales as well.
Yeah, there's people just putting stalls outside the house, weren't there, which was really good. Not all the control and everything, just letting people be. And it was just good, really. I think it's one of the best days out we've had. So
and
it's definitely worth going next year.
Car show of the season.
Yeah.
So you might have seen, as I said, about my derailment video, which was of this train. So this train was going from Preston to Bolton, Barrow and Furness, and it was in Grange over Sands when it came off. So what's happened is it's derailed. Now, there were 6 carriages on it, and the first 3 of them derailed. Now, this could have been a very, very severe incident where it could have been, like, really, really seriously bad. But how it happened was, there was a sinkhole. So, basically, the sea's here, and then you've got, well, where it was, there was a little lake, which just sort of, like, land. And it's sort of up, it's higher, right? So, it was coming along, and then there was a sinkhole, and it was massive. It was, like, 6 foot to 6 foot wide, you know, 6 foot and then 6 foot down. It was like big hole. But obviously it's sunk, so then the train's gone to it, and you can see it actually dips down, so obviously it's derailed itself. And now there was a wall. So this part of the track was built a long time ago, so to be honest with you, it was very, very well built. So because there was this wall, it was quite, you know, probably like, I mean, I couldn't, you know, exactly see, but probably the size like this desk here. It was, you know, that sort of height. It actually saved this train from falling. Now, the train did actually knock down a bit of the wall, like quite a lot of the wall.
That's the sinkhole.
So this is the sinkhole, and it did actually knock down quite a lot of the wall. But the thing is,
I'll get you the train.
Because the train sort of, because it's hit the
wall
wall
there.
It sort of balanced it. So this is the video, but it's not a video actually. So that's the wall falling down. Now, what could have happened is there was 8 passengers on there. There was 8 members of staff, and there was 8 people in public. It went.
No, there were 8. There were 4 members.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, 4 and 4. Right. me just find the time for you, wherever it was. I've lost the time. It was at 6 something.
6 o'clock
I
in
know,
the
just
morning,
find it.
wasn't it? It was.
Yeah. So it was early, so I suppose
Yeah,
there
it was
weren't
early.
many people on there. But also, if that was on a later time, I mean, it could still happen. There was also might have been people on the beach, so the stones as well. So this was quite. If this train falls off, it will, and especially if the tide was in. Though I'm not too sure if the tide does go up that bit, but still, if that fell off, it could have all those people could have died, and the train track could have been, you know, because it was already severely damaged. But it was due to the fact this wall, so there was there's going to be an investigation in by rail and
Accident and investigation branch. And they're going to do an investigation.
And they're going to check the track, and they're going to look at the condition of the track, and then we can read out loud.
So the rail accident and investigation branch are looking into it. The sequence of events leading up to the derailment, and they're going to consider the condition of the railway track, the condition of any nearby drainage, how the relevant railway maintenance activities were planned and managed, whether the management of the railway infrastructure at this location was relevant to the likelihood of local flooding, and whether there was any underlying management factors. But the video is on our YouTube, which a lot of you will have seen, but it's also Rail Advent contacted us and asked if they could embed it into their video, and it's on there as well.
So it is on Rail Advent, so you can actually go see that, which was quite good because Rail Advent have quite a lot of viewers, and also I go on Rail Advent myself, so it was quite good the fact of that, you know, they covered me and obviously knew about me. But somebody just said about the fact of the speed of the train. The train was travelling at 56 miles per hour. I thought it was going slower than that, but actually,
well, somebody said 40 to 50 when we were there, but there were that many people saying stuff. I mean, people, even though the wall was just smashed down, I mean, it was, you can see from the video how badly damaged that wall is. There were some people saying, oh no, it wasn't the train that hit it. Well, you don't have to be a train expert, do you? When there's a big train and there's a big gap and there's a wall down, that it's hit it, hasn't it?
And I believe how sinkhole happened was drainage. So when we came up, we went past the golf course, and I thought, God, that golf course is very flooded. And I thought, it's not a good golf course, it's flooded, because usually, you know, you want to
hit a ball on it.
Yeah, and then you lose your ball, don't you? So it's not very good, and also, you know, it doesn't carry on rolling then, so I thought, what a rubbish golf course. Actually, it's not their fault. It's actually because of I also thought there was some work going on. I thought it was separate. I thought they were just doing it because the line was closed, but it turns out they were sorting out the pipes, because it was I don't know if it was something wrong with the pipes. Probably is the way you can probably find out. But what problem with the pipes or just too much heavy rain, but I don't.
Well, they're doing the investigation, aren't they, to see whether it's been managed, you know, if this has been known.
If they knew about it.
If they knew, they're in dead trouble
Well,
if they knew about
it. I had a bit of different advice. One said that it must have been going on for ages, and then one said, oh, well, it's just
it's just one of those things that happens. But let's hope they do a good job, the rail accident investigation branch, and they do a good job and find out.
Damaged as well. But you can see on my video of it, actually, we videoed it, the crane actually lifting it back onto the track. So there was 3 of the carriages and actually lifted it back on the track, which was quite interesting to see. And the fact is, we got to see it quite, you know, up close.
Well, you were nowhere near.
No.
But it was funny because you got so many comments, didn't you, saying about this is hilarious, is this one. So I'll have to read it out. It's from, I don't know, usually these comments are from anonymous accounts, they don't put the name to it, and it is put, you were too close. Lifting operations have numerous hazards. If one of those lifting straps failed, they lash out with dramatic force. If the Health and Safety Department of Northern Rail see your actions, I think words will be exchanged. In short, irresponsible behaviour putting you and others at risk. Well, I have no fear of the Health and Safety Department at Northern Rail, especially when they have a train in a hole. On top of that, Matilda was absolutely nowhere near. She was over the other side doing a live, as all her regulars know. And I was actually with an off-duty railway worker they were in front of me. I was at one point, I actually put my thing on his shoulder, my camera on his shoulder, to rest it and keep it still. So we were nowhere near. If that strap had broken, which it's not going to do anyway, it's all ifs, isn't it? If this, if that, it was absolutely nowhere near us. And you know, it would have killed. Well, it would have obviously killed all the men that was there, wouldn't it? You know, it's not going to come all the way down the track. We were like 2 carriages behind. Just think people are nuts.
I went round after my live when the train was on, so obviously it wouldn't have done anything then. But also, if they are going to have words, well, we've had Rail Advent involved, but surely the Rail Advent are going to be involved with.
Well, no, but I mean, seriously, they're going to have
yeah,
words.
Well, they're not going to have words. They're not really going to care about me.
And if you do, you know, I think the more important health and safety is not having great big holes coming in your railway track.
People, if they. It is pretty obviously that wall had saved that train, right? If that wall wasn't there, that train would have fallen, and it would have been probably all the people would have died. I mean, I would have reckoned.
Well, they would, you
And
know,
they would have-
56
and
miles
also-
an hour in a derailed train, you haven't got a lot of chance of
And
survival.
the thing is
have
also
you?
with these self-locking doors, someone would have to open the door.
No.
That
Oh
they
God,
won't
if it had
fit
gone
on
in the
steam
sea, God,
trains.
if they'd gone in the
I know.
sea. Oh my God,
Well,
what
the
am I
other thing
thinking
is,
about?
I think because I think there's like grass there. I'm guessing unless if it was
Well,
winter.
no, because that's why it's so high up, because that's where the water goes up to.
Well, maybe, but I mean, if it was winter, I feel like I mean, I'm just saying about this particular time of year. If it happened another time of year, then it probably would have. Yes, it probably would have happened. But this particular one, I don't think the tide would have. I mean, I might be wrong. I don't live there, but
Neville will know.
I don't think the tide goes up to that bit.
He'll know, definitely, because he lives there. I think it's probably Zacharias. should I read some comments? I've got loads of comments. Tracy can't wait. All right, Tracy. Danny says hi. Hi, Danny.
Hello.
Tracy says you're such an actress.
That's one of the things I want to do, so I hope so.
Riley says bravo. And that you remembered it all. Neville says congratulations. Tracy says happy Easter. Happy Easter to everybody. Dante Farrow says happy Easter, Matilda. Chad says happy Easter. Happy Easter, Chad. And Tracy's happy that you can pay by cash. And she loves buses. Neville says Tony was a complete star. He was so funny, wasn't he, Tony? You've got to watch the video just to see Tony. Tracy says she loves Kirby Stephen. Riley's Ramble says, I guess the train could not be going that fast. And Neville's answered him at 56 miles per hour. Tracy says, like a lot of places, damaged with floods and not the correct drainage. We've got extra daylight now. So there's an extra news. We're going to be talking about that in a minute, Tracy, all at the end. And Neville says the tide will rarely come up to the wall, if ever.
But I mean, there is a chance.
I suppose so. If it's heavy,
but the thing is, if that train came off at that
it must
point,
be the wet.
then
It must seep, as in not come up as high as that, because obviously it's got a lot of wetness.
I don't know, but I might be wrong. I'm just sure. I think somebody there said that the actual train thing is built from sand.
No, I don't know.
But I might be wrong. But obviously sand's a bit,
Well, let's hope the Rail Accident Investigation Branch has a good look at it, a proper look at it, and sees what happens. Not good at all.
Now, moving on from news that I have not been to. Simon says they want me to cover this. And this is a petition. And we're going to put it inside the link below. And probably inside the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is a petition to save Windermere. So what's happened is the energy companies, United Utilities, have been pumping sewage into petition? Has been pumping it into Windermere. Now it is normal, I suppose, for people to pump it in, but I think what's happened is that I think they've been pumping in untreated stuff, and it's been quite a lot. So
they've been pumping in treated as well, but 30 million litres. They're permitted to do that. They're not doing anything wrong with that, according to the Environment Agency. That's acceptable, all that amount.
Since 2020, over 18,000 hours of untreated sewage has been pumped. So also, I suppose that counts. So that doesn't count treated sewage. Now, what this does is this produces it does other things wrong, obviously, but one of the main things is it produces algae blooms. Now, algae blooms suck the oxygen out of the water. Now, how fish, I suppose most people know how fish breathe, but basically what it is the water goes through their gills, and then they take out the air out of the water.
The
Oxygen. Yeah. And that's how they breathe. Now, if this is taking out the oxygen, then clearly they can't breathe, the fish, so there's been a very big decline inside the fish, and also it produces other bacteria and diseases and stuff, and it not only affects the fish and the wildlife, like I suppose birds as well and ducks and stuff like that. It also affects humans because a lot of people swim inside of Windermere and also drink that water, and also it affects your pets. Your dog goes drinks water and stuff. And actually one person was saying on this video, which I'll show you about, it's the Save Windermere campaign YouTube video. It's a really good video. I watched it. It was really good. They had one person, and she was something to do with the police. I can't remember exactly.
I think she was a detective I think she was quite high up,
I
but that's
so.
irrelevant. She was just swimming in
Well,
it.
it wasn't relevant. I mean, it was. Yeah, it's a little bit relevant, but just the fact she was swimming in it, right? It was a hot day and she was swimming in it, and she doesn't usually do it, but because it was a hot day, she put her head underneath the water, and she says that day she had to be sent to the ambulance. She had an ambulance, had to go and take her to hospital. She was so ill, and she was in hospital for 9 days. And through the summer, for the rest of the year, she had stomach problems. And now, the fact of her being a policeman, which is, if she's a good policeman, usually that means that they can go with the court, they go with law. So obviously would mean you're not just an average person. No, I'm not saying average, but somebody who doesn't do law. She obviously must have known a bit about it, and even she could not get the information off the company that she said that she sent the actual. She asked them, and they said that you accidentally, unknowingly, swimmed in between 2 pipes that released sewage. And she said that they were going to have a look at it, so she sent them to a direct location, and they said that they went a mile up the lake to a bit that was actually clear, and sent back the information and said, oh, it's fine. But she obviously went to the wrong place, and she could not get the information, still not to this day. And what I'm saying is somebody still that high, somebody knows that does court stuff, still can't get the information. So what this campaign is saying is that they want an independent investigation into this, due to the fact of what's happened is, I think it's the government body of, what is it?
It's the Environment Agency and the Save Windermere campaign are saying that they wanted an independent public inquiry into the Environment Agency's failure to regulate the water industry.
Yeah, because of their saying is what there's this thing where basically the United Utilities and the companies give their own information of what their costs, or something like what it costs in a sewage thing. So basically what they're doing is marking their own homework, which is obviously they're going to mark their own homework the way they want to mark their own homework.
And it's just like what we've had trouble with the police when they failed me with my investigation. And I complained to the Professional Standards Department. This was North Yorkshire Police, and they're marking their own homework. So you're complaining to somebody that is, the friends and the colleagues are there. So it's not independent whatsoever. So obviously they just send back and say no case to answer, or they always got it lessons learned. And it seems like it's the same here. So you're never gonna get. If you're putting your own thing forward, like what happened with us with the police, you're never going to get, if it's not independent, they're obviously going to side with each other.
They admitted to the energy company, and say themselves, that if they weren't there, that there wouldn't be any algae blooms. There would be some, but that small that you weren't able to see them. And they said that also, if I can just find it, oh yeah, and Windermere, blah 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 blah. I think what this says is that the algae greens have covered 5 miles of the lake. Now, the lake is 10 miles long, so it's half the lake, and they're pumping so much out constantly, which clearly is not good enough. So it's not like, I suppose, I'm not saying it's a good thing. Well, it isn't. It's not really a thing to compare it to at all, really. But I mean, like the sea, at least it's like moving sort of thing, as if
well, it's a bit bigger as well.
Yeah, but as if Windermere, it's cornered, isn't it? And it's also the biggest lake in England, so it should really, even with that fame, it should still be,
Well, they're all going on about the environment, aren't they, with cars and everything like that. And they should be thinking of other ways to process it. There obviously are other ways. I know the one we have locally, I know obviously it's not serving the same amount as Windermere, but they empty it out with tankers and spray it on the land. So then it's for growing, stuff.
Yeah,
just like you do with cows, just like the farmers down here do with cows. So there's other ways to do it, but again, it'll be the cheapest way to do it. Making them, compost it. Cheapest way to do it with making the most money and stuff the lake.
I mean, our local river. I don't do it as much as often just 'cause I'm so busy. But I used to go into the river quite a lot and swim and stuff. Though I can't swim, but I paddle. But I used to think, well, it's inside this water. I just didn't take much notice, but it's that way, isn't it? You don't actually know what, because it is always a bit murky, isn't it? But basically what this algal blooms is, when you're in stones and there's a slimy stuff. Well, on the video I was watching, there was loads of it, and you kind of think, you step on a stone and when it's slippery, it's actually algae stuff. You think, I mean, when we're abroad, or even in Wales or anywhere, when you can see that they don't have that, the water tends to be really clear and nice, and the stones are all clear, and it's all the pretty stones and stuff, and it's not just like rough.
Riley's Ramble says the traditional ducklings at this year's university boat race had to be avoided due to the poison state of the Thames. Oh my God.
Well, I would say the Thames are pretty.
It looks pretty gross when we went down, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the Thames. I suppose it's inside the city, which is going to have a bit, but still. And I suppose if it's inside the city, they're going to have a lot of sewage to pump, aren't they? Well, you think about it, in the olden days when they did pump the sewage, but I suppose that wasn't at all like cleared. When they did pump the sewage, they had to, in like Parliament, they had to close all the windows and wear like nose picks and stuff because it was so smelly.
Ugh.
But also, I suppose the people used to dump it out the windows and stuff.
Ugh.
I mean, I suppose we've grown a little bit there.
That's just long when somebody you don't like is coming past.
I mean, we could still do it, I suppose. There's no reason why not. Go, there you are.
Didn't like them anyway. Neville says higher visitor numbers to the area will mean more sewerage, and they are not investing to increase capacity. So there you go, not investing.
Yeah, oh yeah, one of the arguments for the Save Windermere campaign, people said they've actually got quite a few famous comedians behind them, I think. But anyways, side point. They said that I might get my numbers wrong, but I think they're giving, the energy company's giving like either 300 million, I think, to investors and giving 19 million to sorting this out. So they're saying, why are you giving so much to investors and not giving...
So you know that, well, you don't know the amount exactly, but you know they're giving a larger proportion.
And they said that the fact of that's not even going to scratch the surface on what you need to do is that 19 million. I'm pretty positive on the 19 million, just not the other one. But yeah, I knew it was into hundreds. So
somebody here is not bothered about the pollution, but sorry to split hairs, but Lake Windermere is a mere, not a lake, near Basingthwaite Lake. It's the only lake in the Lake District.
I'm confused.
So it's Windermere. So what they're saying is it's not a lake. You're calling it a lake.
Yeah.
They're saying it's a mere.
I suppose it's Windermere, isn't it?
Anyway, whatever it is called, it's the
Actually,
point is it's polluted, getting polluted. That's more concerning.
I'm not too sure which channel it's on, but I did a video not on Windermere Lake. You just happened to be there of this like wooden aeroplane thing.
Yeah.
I probably should know more about it, but it was last year, and my memory's useless. So. But it was something to do with the bluebird, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. No, it was that's the blue.
It
was just they'd redone a plane, hadn't they? And they flew it, and it was a really good day, wasn't it?
I can remember the day. I just can't remember any facts of it.
Yeah, it was really good.
And when we got to go close to it, so you actually go watch that video if you want.
So Neville says it's going to shareholders, and GCR supporters says hi, Matilda. Hi.
I waved.
Oh.
Right. Next.
Anyway, so the petition for everybody calls it Lake Windermere. I'm just about to say it again then. Everybody all around here. Or when you go up there.
Well, I'm confused what we
It's not a lake, it's a mere when that person has put, sorry to split hairs here, but it's Lake Windermere is a mere and not a lake. Hang on a minute.
What?
It says, sorry to split hairs here, but Lake Windermere is a mere, not a lake. They're calling it Lake Windermere. I've always called it Lake Windermere.
Well, you're technically saying both because of Windermere.
It is right. Everyone calls it. Anyway, Lake Windermere or Mere or whatever it's called. I will put the petition details because it's one of our subscribers sent it in.
I mean,
he's not on here actually when we've done it for him, but he does come on all the time. And I'll put it in the comments below and the description when I've finished. It takes a while to load, and then you can have a look at it and decide yourself if you want to sign it or not. And then Ren Family said it's called Lake Windermere, and Tracy's put Lake is Windermere. Do you get it? And Ren Family put it's a mere, not a lake. Oh, we're gonna have so big questions just come up. Is it a lake or is it a mere?
Well,
what do people think?
I've got a question actually. Now you might notice the clocks have gone back. Well, because of some clocks might say wrong time. So basically, clocks they go forward, don't they?
Yeah, mine didn't do it on my best iPad, the newest one. It doesn't do it.
So the clocks have gone forward. So obviously that means right now it's not 59 minutes past 6. It's 59 minutes past 5 technically. Before that, so I was considering the fact of to move with the times. To move with the times is to change the news to 7 because of when I started doing this news show. It was really, really light and sunny outside, and there was loads of people out doing things like sunbathing. So I thought that you might not want to, I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't really want to watch me when it's sunny. But I just feel like if you want to sit and relax for your night and watch me, I feel like I might change it to 7 to move the time. So I'd like to know what your opinion is. Because I just feel like it would be better to move the times a bit.
So basically, do people want it a bit later so that they can sit out in the garden and do stuff and then come in, or do people want it sitting out in the garden having it on?
And then when the clocks change again, we'll just go back to that time. So we'll move the times constantly.
So GCR supporter has said it's an epic place, that's what it is, and the heritage railway next to it is even better. And Sasha's put, it's a body of water, get over it. And Neville's put, it's a pond. And I'm laughing emojis. It's a very big pond, Neville. It's nearly as big as the one that Billy dug in our garden. I'll have to send you a picture of it, Neville. I've only got 2 fish, and I thought they might be better outside. They're in a tank in our house, and I thought they might be better outside. And I made the mistake of leaving Billy while he built a pond. And it's nearly about the size of Lake Windermere, Neville. I'll send you a picture. It's massive. The neighbours came round from across. They're about, I say neighbours, but they're about 2 houses away. And they even said, there's also a massive hole in your garden. They could see it from their house.
People just say, bomb's gone off.
Yeah, it's a bomb gone off in your garden.
But to be honest with you, I don't think the fish would survive because of... I mean, it still hasn't filled up. It's been there for like a year or 2 and it still has not filled up with water.
And Sasha's put, not sure what happened, but I was no longer sub for some reason. I don't know. YouTube does its own thing. We'll put a video up and it'll say paid promotion on it, and it's not got it. I wish it had, but it hasn't. I think YouTube does its own thing. Sasha says, miss loads of content. And Tracy says, yes, it had got too busy and touristy for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, I just wanted to say also, and thank you to... because of it, I was going to say thank you to all my subscribers, but I felt a bit bad then. But like, also, I know a lot of people that really regular followers of mine don't actually subscribe, which is fine. But I mean, one or two things is that, I mean, reasons is, I know, like, so that sample, people don't always have accounts on YouTube. You still go on YouTube without having an account, and in order to subscribe you need an account. And also, because it's the word subscribe, not many people subscribe because it's like you're subscribing to something means you have to pay. If they worded it follow, then it'd be a whole lot more different. But I'd just like to mention, if I get 100,000 followers, which I want, I could get a trophy.
Yay!
I know! Could you imagine that? And I just like
trophy from YouTube. I mean, what more could you want in life?
Well, exactly. You can get higher ones. But I've actually just reached over 5,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And 5,000 something. I think
We've got 6,000 because you've got 2 accounts.
Yes.
If you add them together, you have 6,000 subscribers.
I do have a smaller account, which is quite 800 and something, which you can go watch that. You just search up my name and then you see this one. Which I do post. I've just posted a hot cross bun recipe on it. Oh, I also want to ask you another question. There is another news story. I'll get that to it. But I wanted to ask you a question. I've posted a video of making hot cross buns. I don't think I have one available. I did have one available. Well, it's bitten into, but
looks like Brian's been at it.
We did hot cross bun baking thing. I've done a live before of baking a cake. Now I would have done a live on that if it wasn't for the fact you need to wait 2 hours for it to rest and then do a bit with it. Waited on 40 minutes because it's a long time. But if you have a recipe that doesn't take that long to do and is good and nice and things, then mention it, say it, send it to me, and we could do a live bake on it. Could do.
Yeah, definitely.
Could do. Because I baked a raspberry and plum cake, which you can go watch, and it was a really good cake, and I did it for a competition which I came third in, but it was a competition and I did very well really because I was against like a lot of people that were all similar. I mean, the fact it was very good and tough competitions. It was very, very good and very, very good indeed, and I was really happy with the fact of how it went. And you can it was the lemon sauce, which helped when the factors inside the oven because it didn't take long to cook. So if you have any recipes like that, it'll be really, really good. So next story.
Should I just? I've got loads of comments coming. Sasha says, I was a subscriber at YouTube is renowned for unsubbing. That's interesting because we've seen that, haven't we?
Renowned for what?
Unsubbing, you know, taking your subscribers away. I think they do it. I don't know. I think they do it if they're not looking at your content. I don't know why, but there must be some reason. And then Tracy's responded to Neville. It also stops the wildlife and birds, Neville, doesn't it? So that's about the algae. And GCR reporter says, everybody in the world should follow Matilda. Good point.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Hopefully they do. I don't know.
Oh, there's more here. Sasha, bake me a Bakewell tart. I will marry you. Tracy said Brian has been a bad boy at Easter.
Yes, I'll tell you that
somebody
story.
They're just going up so fast. because somebody's relentlessly putting "You're so pretty."
Which
you
I
should
would
say,
accept, but it's just a bit weird when you put it that many
yeah,
times.
it's a bit stalky, Superstay, isn't it? It's a bit sad. Sasha, the last video I watched was Matt replacing the engine and not seeing anything since.
Do you mean by Billy?
Do you mean Billy?
My brother Billy. I don't really. I mean, I do know people called Matt, but I just don't. Nobody's replacing the engine.
Oh, not replacing it, but reboring it. There's just this one person that's just putting all the stuff on it that he's just going up too fast to read. Billy, Sasha's put Billy. Yeah, that'd be Billy. That's my son, her brother. Yes, lol.
Should I tell her my story? Because I want Tom's story.
And then Tracy says the person that keeps relentlessly putting stuff on, I think it's for them from before with another name. Yeah, possibly Tracy. Right.
One of the things is you do have the yeah. But anyway, now this little bunny, this is the little chocolate bunny, right? Now I've gathered a few of these together, and I sent a photo to my auntie, who is commenting, and I took a little photo. Now it happened to be my rabbit's area, so I have a drum kit. My rabbit likes the area mainly because it's really hard to get to him, and I suppose he's just by himself, and he's quite an independent rabbit where he just doesn't like people. Well, I mean, he does.
He is really.
He's on his terms.
It's on his terms, isn't it?
So
if you want stroking, he'll come up to you and he'll jump on the sofa and he'll jump on your knee. But if you want to stroke him, that's a different story. If he doesn't want it.
But he is actually well behaved in the fact of when it's beddy time, because he's free range around the house. But when he actually just went outside the garden today, so he goes outside the garden as well. When he goes to his beddy time, so it's late night, he'll say bed Brian, and he'll go to his cage and he'll go to bed, and we'll shut him in for the night. So he's well behaved that way. But I had it laid out and I went to have my tea. Now, as you can see, these are bells on them, the limp ones, and I started hearing this bell and I thought, oh god. So I looked round and he has gone into my egg, my rabbit, and look at that big hole, eating little bite marks the whole way around it. And then this one was about 10 miles away from its original spot, and this one was about 2 feet. So it wasn't actually bitten into. And then I did actually a few days ago, which probably should have learnt my lesson, had like little eggs. Basically I was baking, and one must have dropped, and I found it, and it was a bit eaten. So I thought, Brian. But I sort of accepted that one, and then he just sort of like, if it wasn't for the bell, he could have eaten the full thing. He didn't appear to be ill afterwards. I mean, obviously because I'm not allowed to have chocolate, but I gave him a lot. I gave him some veg, but usually I give him loads and loads of veg, which I did, but I didn't give him any watery veg because I suppose his stomach won't be pretty bad anyway. So he appears to be fine now.
So Ian says, hi, happy Easter, happy Easter, Ian. GCR supporter says, I love the outfit. You look great. I love the outfit. Riley's Ramble says, YouTube have one complicated algorithm for managing subscribers and constantly changing. It's all about them making money and doesn't always make sense. Sashi says, my husky is the same. Not obviously as the YouTube's algorithms. We've gone back to the stroking. Yeah, my husky is the same. She's sulking for some reason right now. So if I stroke her, she will growl at me. Oh. Yeah. Naughty husky and naughty rabbit.
I was actually going to put Brian on the picture, but just sort of sidetracked me. I would go and get him for you, but I'd be a few hours.
If he's in his mood, it could be a few hours. If he's in a good mood, he'll come himself.
If he's inside his cage, he's very easy to get. But if he's not, then he's not easy to get at all.
Charlotte says your outfit is amazing. I'm struggling to say outfit. Right.
Bar.
Got a speech impediment. And Ian says, you're so poor and cool. I love your videos. And we've gone on to you're so pretty. I think some people think you're pretty, but they don't just say it once. You're so pretty, you're so pretty, you're so pretty, you're so pretty.
But right.
And Tracy likes the outfit.
Last story,
yeah, but I've got to do the comments. I'm sorry. I've got to say you're so pretty 5,000 times. Because someone's obviously, perhaps they've just left it on the button. It just keeps sending the same message over and over again. They've got to make a brew. Oh my God. Shocking news. Exclusive news story. Are you listening?
Yeah, I was reading.
Well, you can't. That's my job.
Right,
there's a shocking, exclusive news story breaking. We have to stop the channel as breaking news.
Come on.
GCR supporters has a huge derailment on his modern railway. Oh,
I feel for you.
We've got an exclusive.
Well, I mean,
GB News will be fuming.
it's like
I'm sorry to hear that. It's not funny. Sorry.
sorry.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Hope everything goes well for you.
It hasn't.
And there's been no great damage.
Hope it wasn't on a table.
I hope it didn't smash a wall down. And if it did, just say it didn't, because people do that.
Mm.
Tracy says make a song out of it. I don't know if she means the derailment.
Or
this
so pretty.
so pretty. Because I can't make a song out of, well, I probably could make a song out of a rail derailment, but I haven't got the time. Ian said, I'm sorry, I meant to say you're really pretty and cool. You've not heard that really pretty before, have you?
No.
And Daz says, Happy Easter. Looks like you're ready to break out into some tap dance. I've not had any problems with subscriptions on YouTube. Neville says GCR, ha ha ha. And Lily says Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
So yeah, Happy Easter, and you're so pretty. And Lake Windermere isn't a lake seems to be the topic of conversation tonight.
Should we get to the last story?
Oh, somebody might comment.
We'll do it quickly then.
I've got to read the comments. That's my job.
Right. Okay, it's probably left my head as all this now.
Oh, hang on.
Oh no, okay.
There's a...
Somebody's commented too out. You don't know what it means, but Tyson Fury has actually visited these people very recently.
What's that got to do with TY?
Tyson.
That'd be TF.
Tyson.
Oh, Tyson. Oh, Zingo loves the outfit. Right, come on, like, do you want me to just read it really quickly to get out before another comment?
No, I want to read it.
All right, okay.
I probably won't manage it.
Don't worry.
Right, so
I need the pictures.
Yeah, exactly. So in Lancaster and Morecambe, the Armed Forces Day will be. This is an Armed Forces Day. Will be taking place on Morecambe Promenade on the 22nd of June 2024. And I'm going to show you pictures. So what's going to happen is there's going to be planes flying, and it's going to be very impressive. And it's also going to be bikes as well, which like bikes.
The Armed Forces Bikers Veterans Charity UK will be attending. And
Oh, and parachute people, which I will not find a name for you.
The RAF Falcons parachute team,
which will
so
also
super exciting.
Yes, and the fact that I'm quite shocked by the fact is I come to Morecambe and Lancaster, which I think is Morecambe. Really.
Well, it is Lancaster and Morecambe Armed Forces Day. So. It's there, so I hope they're going to hold it there. But I think it's going to be a really exciting day.
Yes, so we've already put it inside our diaries, which you should put inside your diary too. I would presume it'd be free entry since the fact you can walk down High Street at the moment.
I would have thought
I mean, give it a few years, you won't be.
Without getting zapped and tasered if you don't get your digital pass.
Yeah, but apart from that, at the moment you can do. So you should really go to that, because I think it'll be quite a good an event, and I think there'll be a lot going on. And also, I don't know why I thought mentioning this, but I mean, the Eden Project still hasn't come, has it?
No, but I think
it is coming.
Can I read these because they're going. Love the outfit. Have you got loads of chocolate? Yeah. What's going on here?
That's Fortin.
Sasha says the chat has changed since I was here, but the more idiots you get means you're popular, you're becoming. It's what is, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm aware of that. It's like when we get nasty comments, as long as we've had some pedos on us to be putting comments on some disgusting comments, I will block them, obviously. But if they're just like rude or anything like that, I tend to keep them. And people say, why don't you get rid of them? Because, like you say, it picks up the channel. So a few trolls. I'm not saying these are trolls; these are just silly. But a few trolls isn't a bad thing. In fact, I was reading something, and the best accounts have 70% 30. So they have 70% good content, good subscribers saying good things, and 30% trolls, and that's why people will put a spelling mistake in or something, like your and your without the apostrophe, so that they get the people attacking. You can't even spell this because it builds the channel up. There was a woman, and I watched a documentary on her, and I can't remember her name, but she made a living out of it. So she put stuff on, and she was there with her agent, and he said, "Oh, make sure you misspell that." So that they get attacked. They do.
Well, looking at I'm dyslexic, so I'll probably do quite.
Yeah, get right. A load of abuse.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people are dyslexic, so I suppose a lot of people are dyslexic. You narrow it down.
We've got an update, exclusive update. A GCR supporter. My locos are fine, thank goodness for that, and not has been broken. But there are teak coaches, and Sir Nigel Gresley is on her side. Lol, in the layout. Well, Sir Nigel Gresley, get it picked back up again. I mean, it's Sir Nigel Gresley.
But go quickly now. I mean, you shouldn't really leave. Maybe wait, possibly, but you should really go sort it out. So Nigel Grizzly. I mean, you haven't noticed or watched it. So Nigel Grizzly's my favourite.
And Skirwin's put boring, but I suppose they'll stay. That. Oh, here it goes. That boring you're wasting. Well, somebody's answered back just what I've said. That boring you're wasting your precious time here. Erin's put hi. So into oh my golly gosh, that sounds utterly superb. What? Where are you from?
To be honest with you.
Shahana Loveshire. How old are you? Why? Can we be friends? Just absolute nutcases. This girl definitely. Oh, you got bullied in school.
Who did?
You did. It's a thing that they say to troll you, so that you know it's basically, oh, you've obviously got bullied in school. And then the other one that's put this boring, it's so bad it's good. Well, we're getting paid for your watching, thank you. So keep on going, keep on trolling.
It's all right, don't worry. Well, to be honest with you, I'm gonna have to put your shame to it because I don't think there's much else we can. We've done.
We're gonna have to show. We're gonna have to listen to. I can't remember Skirwin, and we're gonna have to go.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, but you
gotta have GC as reporter says Grizzly has been sorted now and is back into happy old.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done. I'm glad you've sorted him out. I mean, well done. You should have. Well done for sorting him out.
Tracy's put homeschooled actually, but I can't read them quick enough, so she's obviously answering somebody.
But actually, I don't know.
Oh, you've got a sensible comment.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
Well,
Erin, we've had obviously from our regulars, obviously, but we just had a run of silly ones. What's your favourite Easter egg?
What's my favourite Easter egg? Well, here's a good topic. Thank you for that question. So, I had I'm going to tell you a few stories here. I had quite a problem due to the fact of I like Highland cows, right? I love Highland cows. And Marks and Spencer's happened to bring out this Highland cow, right? And I think it was called Flossie, I believe. And it was like this size, right? And I thought it was just for me, and they've literally just done this for me because I just began to like Highland cows, and they've suddenly done this. So clearly it was just for me, obviously. Anyway, I saw it inside the shops, and it was a bit more further away from Easter, so I didn't get it. And then I thought, right, I want this Easter egg. So I went to Marks and Spencer's like 3 times, and Marks and Spencer's in Lancaster. I go to Morecambe a lot more in Lancaster. So going to Lancaster is like a bit more of a trek to me. It's not actually as further away, it's just I happen to not go there, and there's this stupid one-way system. So there's that issue. And every single time it was sold out. I spoke to the people, I spoke to the manager nearly. I probably did speak to the manager actually. And I still could not get my Easter egg. I even went up. No, I never actually went there. But I went on a service. I actually went to a service station as well, and it wasn't there. So I had a real disaster. But they did have this small one, so I did get this one. Now this one's called Daisy. So this is a small Highland cow. I can bring it out actually if you want. So I did happen to get this one, so I had to accept the fact that I could not get my big one. Now this actually cost me like £1.85 for this little one, and then the big one was like £6. But the thing is, I actually accepted the fact of me not getting it due to the fact of it cost me £6 to buy it, and I've never had Marks and Spencer's chocolate before. So I thought if I pay £6 and I don't like it, I might be upset, because I just spent £6 or something and I don't like it. So I thought what I'll do is I'll get it next year. And hopefully it should be stopped. And also, it's not the fact of like, I thought, oh, it's going to taste disgusting, but also I just go, not get my hands on it. So if you could get your hands on a Marks and Spencer's cow, you're very lucky. There was a certain range it did, and they also did horse, and they did dogs. I don't think they did cats, but the dogs are in stock, so people must not like dogs. But and then my answer to your question, I've actually. So it's probably, I'd say, is this one's a bit more better. I probably would say it's Malteser, because of Malteser chocolate. Whenever you have a Malteser, it's always got like a filling in it, isn't it? Because that's how Malteser work. Now, you don't actually get the chocolate itself, do you? So it's actually quite a hard thing to get. So when it's Easter, this is the only time you get one yourself. But the only thing I think that there's a slight problem with Malteser, they don't have enough things that are Malteser Easter related, like that one I got, and I got a chocolate bar of it, Malteser chocolate bar. So it's not Easter related, it's just only the egg. This one I got truffles, but wasn't really Easter related, though they are nice. It wasn't Easter related, but where's it gone?
What?
I don't remember.
Brian. Brian. Where are you going?
I forget this.
Oh, Brian is probably naughty
The
again.
only thing that they do is the bunny, right? Now the bunny is really, really good, and this one's orange flavoured. Now you might think Maltese bunny orange flavoured. You might think, ugh. It's actually really, really nice. I've had them for years, and I think they do a Christmas version, but I'm not too sure there. But it's actually really, really nice. So I would recommend getting them, even though Easter's ended. So probably that can't recommend it. And I actually went into Cold, but everything was sold out.
Oh, that's good though, isn't it? There's no waste, is there?
Well, usually isn't waste because somebody will come in, get it an offer. But I was quite sad by the fact it was all sold out because I went into...
But when we went to the spa on the way back from the rally, they were all sold out apart from one that was damaged, wasn't it?
Which was that one, so I managed to get that one. That was £10 with the truffles. I got it. I spoke to them, says it's damaged. I want, can you do anything? Anyway, I got it for £8, but I didn't actually see the fact it was £10. I mean, there was no label to it, so I didn't know if it actually cost £8. So I just nodded, and I didn't actually know if I'm getting anything.
She just thought she was getting a bargain. It didn't matter what it was. They could have said it's 150 quid. She just thought she was getting something knocked off. She thought, I'm having it.
Then I actually went down to the other star, our star, and they had them in and they were £10. So I thought I'd drop £2 knocked off. And then mini egg ones. Now, Cadbury's, mini eggs, I'm not particularly keen on them myself. They're a bit tough on your teeth, but they're really good to bake on and put
they make
stuff.
horrible on your teeth.
Yeah. And anyway, I've got 2 Cadbury's ones, though I've just had, right there. Ow, where is it? There it is. I got this given, right? Which way around? Look at that! So I've been baking with this. So I've got quite a lot of Cadbury's chocolate. I mean, I've actually used that much because I've just baked 2 batches of cookies, which I've not actually baked yet. So I've still got my mixture, which I've not yet baked, and I haven't put walnuts in it, all this flour and stuff. But I did it before I came on, and see, I'm right next to the oven.
Sacha says, no, that's a bar of chocolate. And the GCR reporter says, class 37 sound like very happy cats purring. Neville says he eats trolls for breakfast, send them round.
I'll just show you how big it is. Look at that, how many pieces that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the usual bar would be about there, and it'd be a whole lot more smaller. Look how thick that is. Anyway, I don't know how much it would have cost, I really don't. And then I'm just wondering.
Just wondering how it's gone off a news channel to promote chocolate eggs.
Right, one of the reasons I didn't eat sausages, but one reason why I went to the co-op was because I wanted to get these, right. These are Ferrero Rochers, right, and they've got a Ferrero Rocher sort of Nutella thing. I don't actually like Nutella, but it's like a nutty. It's like I don't know. It's just nicer. I don't think they actually own Nutella. I'm not too sure who owns Nutella. But then they've got a wafer thing round them, which the wafer is like the best bit, and then chocolate around it, right? And I had one today because it was Easter, and they were great. But I'm really sad now because of, well, basically I'm not going to struggle to get my hands on it. And then my friend also gave me these, which are lint ones, and they're like hazel, and then got like little bits. And yeah, you've had one of them.
I've been allowed one, Tracy. She'd let me have one Easter chocolate. Do you see the size of it? Show Tracy the size of that.
No,
that's all I was allowed at Easter.
No, it was a while ago.
That's it.
No, I actually gave you 2, and then I just got like a lint one.
Molly Butcher says hi.
And then hello.
Tracy.
And then I got these given as well.
And you're making hungry. Dad says the white Cadbury cream egg, definitely. Have you got a white Cadbury's cream egg?
No.
Do they do a white Cadbury's cream egg? Oh, I didn't know that.
And then I also got given this one. I happen to have got a lot of things given.
Tracy says she prefers white chocolate. So do I, Tracy, when I'm allowed it, but she's banned me, as you know.
Well, I talked about this on my live, so a few of you will know about it. But white chocolate, no cocoa in it.
Yeah, well, cocoa's brown, isn't it?
Yeah, but how do you call it chocolate when there's no cocoa in it?
Charlotte says, Matilda is making me hungry, Tracy.
Well,
we don't eat chocolate though, Jane, do we? No, we don't, Tracy. We'll have to have something
boring.
boring.
I made before I came on that smash, which I still have not eaten yet, but we will do once we finish. And so yeah, thank you very much for all. I mean, if you can fit it in really quickly, what did anybody like? I mean, I know some people might not celebrate Easter, but anybody that did, or did they get an egg? And what did they do for Easter? What did they celebrate? How did they do church stuff? And
what have you done today?
What have you done? But maybe you might. I mean, but do we wait a lot? Right?
I don't know. You usually manage to just witter away for long enough, but nobody's commented.
I can think of something to say.
So
it's
thank
you. Also.
Thank you all for watching. What?
It's just rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching, and thank you all for commenting. There's been, God, over 100, I would have said. I couldn't keep up with them, to be honest. There must be over 100 comments.
Well, thank you.
So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and we'll see you all later. Don't forget to watch the videos that I've already put out. I had one yesterday. I'm planning on videos. There's going to be loads going on this year.
Oh, the snowplow.
Oh yeah, I've got a very
somebody's given us a video and it's brilliant.
Somebody's given me a video to post, and it's a very good video. It's a very good video of a snowplow.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
We filmed this. We filmed the snowplow yesterday. Well, it's not a snowplow; it's a wagon that has that you can put a different attachments on the front. And he started up for us, and it was absolutely amazing. And that's on the video. And then he said, "Oh, you can use this video on YouTube if you like." And he showed us it off his phone, and he sent it, and it's absolutely brilliant. So we'll get it on. Charlotte says bye. Sasha says, enjoyed the live, all the best. Thank you, Sasha. See you next week. GCR supporter said, had an egg and went to work at Great Central Railway.
Well done.
And Charlotte says, but she's gone now. I got a Cadbury's and car milk, Cadbury egg.
It's like
Tracy says,
I don't really know what the difference is, to be honest, but it's something.
George says he loves your channel.
Thank you.
And Charlotte Events has sent a heart. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you. And see you all next week.
See you all next week.
Just quickly mention it. Next week will be on Saturday. What day is it next week? Because I'll just tell you what day it is. But on the 13th, I'm not doing any news. I'm not doing any news that week. On the 13th and the 14th, so that week time, I'm not doing any news. Just the fact I'm away. But apart from that, I should be on next week if my dates are right. So I might be. No, I think I'm on next week. Just check the diary. But
I'll put it on a community.
Yeah, we'll say that I'm not on because
YouTube.
usually I ever change it to it's usually on Saturday or Sunday. It tends to be on Saturday, but say for example I was at a car show yesterday, it could not be on. Right, so next week, I am on next week. It's the week after I'm not on.
Amelia says, what is this? It's new. It's a news channel of news that doesn't make like the mainstream media, and all comments, unless they're disgusting, are kept on, so you can all put your opinion across. And they'll get read out. And
we tend to chat about other things as well.
Yeah, we tend to just then go off on random things once a subscriber said something. GCR supporter says the best channel ever, Amelia. So if you've got any stories, Amelia, send them in.
Anybody.
Anything about anything, as long as it's not mainstream. We don't want to talk about like the royal family or anything like that.
Unless it's like super duper interesting.
Oh, so if it's happened in your area, if say the royal family's, you're in a small town and it's come to your area or something's happened, fine. But it's just not things that are on normal, boring, tiring news. Alan says, do you still have Princess? Yes. She's going to be going out next week.
We've got we're planning on car shows.
Amelia says she's subbing. Thank you very much. Michael Horner says happy Easter to you. Happy Easter to you. Ruby Jones says, can I have a shout out because I've subscribed? Ruby Jones, yay. And that's everything. So thank you very much. See you next week.
See you next week.
And no, Tracy wants a shout out.
Tracy!
Happy Easter, Tracy.
Everybody just have a wonderful evening. Also, it's something Monday tomorrow.
It's Easter Monday tomorrow.
So you just put every word Easter in and put something.
Because it's Easter. So, thank you. Thank you for coming.
Everybody have a good holiday.
Thanks, Ruby.
It's 2 weeks holiday now, isn't it? So,
bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.